Years ago, in the land of Akoma, everything flourished and blossomed. A poor widow who had run to Akoma with her daughter for refuge was thrown out of the land of Akoma by King Ihediomimi, the king of Akoma. According to the king, no land banishes their own for no good reason, and he, King Ihediomimi, will not take in an Osu into his kingdom. The woman took her daughter and left for the next kingdom. Akoma was close to her kingdom, and she had hoped to seek refuge there. The king of Akoma had indeed refused to grant her the refuge which she sought. The next kingdom, Ngene, required a 3 days journey, and she was already tired. She decided to sleep in the forest that night with her daughter in her arms. When she woke up the next day, she found her daughter dead, partly because of the cold wind. Iruka wailed, and she dug a shallow grave for her daughter. After burying her daughter, Iruka summoned her co-witches, and they danced around her daughter's grave as they cursed Akoma for eternity. 50 years later, Akoma, the land where fertility had once flourished, became a shadow of herself. Crops withered, livestock died, and the laughter of children became a forgotten memory. The current king and queen of Akoma yearned for an heir to carry on with their lineage. But the cruel reality of barrenness had taken over the entire land. Then they sought the help of a chief priest from faraway land, and he told them that Akoma had been cursed by Iruka the witch, and a maiden was expected to go to Isuku forest that lied between Akoma and Ngene. Iruka was said to have been buried there. There, the maiden was expected to dance non-stop for 3 days and 3 nights in Isuku forest without food nor drink. If she succeeds, the gods will have mercy on Akoma and lift the curse that Iruka had laid on the land. This was as good as a suicide mission, and no one dared to go. In their darkest hour, Adana, a young maiden of Akoma, volunteered with an unwavering resolve. Despite her mother's cries and pleas and the warnings of the elders, Adana was unmoved. She had made up her mind to go to Isuku forest and dance for the gods for 3 days and 3 nights in a desperate plea for fertility to return to their land. 2 days later, Adana journeyed into the thick forest of Isuku, carrying only her determination and the hope of her people. For 3 long and painful days, Adana danced and danced to the rhythm of the wind. Her body weakening each day by hunger and thirst, yet her spirit was strong. As the sun disappeared on the 3rd day, Adana's dance came to a beautiful end. With her final breath, she whispered a prayer to the gods, begging for their mercy and their blessings upon her people. The fourth day, when she did not return, the villagers went in search of Adana, and they came back with her lifeless body. The entire people of Akoma mourned the loss of their brave daughter who had gone in search of their freedom. 9 months later, the queen of Akoma gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. And since after, Akoma blossomed back to its original state. Women conceived, livestock lived, crops flourished. Indeed, Adana's sacrifice was not in vain. A lot of women who gave birth to a baby girl named her after Adana, which means her father's first daughter. Her memory and sacrifice was written down in their history. And Akoma became a joyous and flourishing land as it was 50 years before. Now, loves, we have come to the end of today's story. What did you learn from our story today? Let's hear it in the comment section.